Hey everyone, Sparks here from TalkEsports, and just here to give you a little analysis on the recently provided groups for the Gfinity Spring Masters, which takes place this weekend, which is the week starting the Friday the 8th of May 2015. And I'm just going to run through all the groups and just give you my opinions on who we think, or well, I think, will be, finishing in the top two of the groups and progressing on to bracket play. This will be the part one of a two-part video, which the second part will be released tomorrow. So I hope you enjoy, and please feel free to leave your comments below. Alright, in Group A, we have Optic Gaming, Strictly Business, Epsilon Esports, and Gamers 2. And we start with Optic, fan favourites, just won ESWC without Karma. Enable is filling in for them for this event, as well as ESWC alongside Formal, Crim6 and Scumpy. Optic Gaming, they had a poor COD Champs, and essentially this is kind of like a little repeat of COD Champs in a way. This Gfinity event is. It's got a lot of teams from Europe, North America, and even Mindfreak from Australia. And I'm sure they would like to use this event to prove that they can play consistently, because at COD Champs they did not turn up, and this would be a huge event for them to show them that they are the #1 team in the game and solidify that spot. Next we have Strictly Business, a team which isn't currently in the Pro League, a big organisation we've seen through the years. Ghosts, they've been a very competitive team. Their roster consists of Fizzup, John, Sinful and Twiz. As you might remember that they actually lost to Optic Gaming as well as Prophecy in the Call of Duty Championships, finishing 9th to 12th. And they were actually in the so-called Group of Death at COD Champs, along with our next team, Epsilon, which is a bit of a strange roster, with Swanee, Magcat, as well as Remy and Facento filling in, because no one's quite sure what's going to happen with Epsilon, as Facento and Remy are just filling in for this event, and Magcat looks TCM bound, so not quite sure what's going to happen with their team or their Call of Duty squad, and whether Swanee will stay at Epsilon. I feel that he will go back to Optic Nation for just the start of Season 3 if they qualify. I think that could possibly be on the cards, but yeah, I'm not too sure. Alright, and the final team in Group A is Gamers 2, at a fairly poor COD Champs, the Spanish squad, made of Tojo, Methods, Legend, and JKZ7, sorry. They finished 13th to 16th for Champs. I think they placed second in their group, was it? So yeah. Alright, moving on to Group B. We have Denial, Esports, TCM Gaming, Infused, and Hyper Games. Denial's roster consists of Claystar, Attach Replays, and JCap, and they are your COD Champs winners this year in 2015 on AW, and also recently finishing second at ESWC, only to Optic Gaming in a very tight series, and a very good comeback by Optic in the CTF game. Group B, they'll definitely be your favourites to go through here, and I expect TCM, which is Jerd, Shane, Moose, and Gunchi, who are competing in the Pro League, currently 7th at this point in time. This is their first time back to the UK for an event, Gfinity, and I'm sure after a poor COD Champs, they'll also like to prove a few teams wrong and show they can compete at this top level. There are a lot of rumours recently that Gunch might leave, as Magcat is officially a TCM member, so we could see Gunchy stay in England after this event and take Magcat on the plane home with them. So that'll be interesting to see what happens there. Thirdly, we have Team Infused, which is Quicker, Lewis, Mellon, and TG, the British team. They went 0-3 at Champs, and Infused are an established organisation, and I'm sure they'd like to turn a few heads at this event. Along with our final entry, Hyper Games, which is Riskin, Beziok, Tony J, and the fourth member, who I'm not quite sure on. COD Champs, they finished 17th to 32nd, with third in their group. Alright, Group C, we have Team Envious, Optic Nation, Vitality, Storm, and Fab Esports. Now this group could be quite interesting, with Vitality picking up Josh recently from Epsilon and finishing 4th ESWC, beating TR 3-2. And you never know, with the poor form of Optic Nation, I wouldn't put it past them to finish in the second spot in Group C. Team Envious is Looney, TP, Proofy and Merc, who is replacing Saints as he's unable to travel. And just like UGC Niagara, where they finished second to TK. And to be honest, this is a new look roster. It'd obviously be much improved with Saints, but they still look very good online, excluding Merc, of course. And I expect them to finish top of the group. Optic Nation, as we all know, is Embo's, Ricky, Killer and Miracles. Though they've done slightly better in the MLG Pro League recently, I still favour them to finish in the bottom 4. So I'll give them second, but I do think Vitality have a good chance of claiming that second spot for themselves. And finally, we have Fab Esports, which is Kiwi, Torres, Galilee and Rush, who didn't get out of the groups for COD Champs. They actually were paired in with the other Fabe or Fab, sorry, however you pronounce it, team, and they finished 3rd and 4th. Alright, and finally, Group D, we have Team Caliber, Prophecy, Mindfreak, and Aware Gaming. Well, this is also quite an interesting group, to be honest, because Team Caliber, with Sharp, Parasite, Ninjas, and Goonjar, they won UGC Niagara, but as of late, they have been looking fairly shaky in the Pro League, though I do expect them on land to be a lot better, and I expect them to qualify from this group. Next, we have Prophecy, which consists of Aches, Aqua, Nugafan, and Apathy, and it's a new look Prophecy team with the two new TR members in Aqua and Nagafan, who finished second at COD Champs. And to be honest, it's quite a strong lineup along with Apathy, who's a good player, as well as Aches, who's a proven winner. And I'm sure under Aches, Nugafan and Aqua will develop as players and show why they can compete at the top level in the league and at this event. Further, Mindfreak, the Australian team, which consists of Buzzo, Shocks, Fighter and Dens. They finished 6th at COD Champs and beat Aware in the losers round 2, who are the 4th team in the group, which consists of PT, Watson, Red, and Joe. They actually beat Envy, the previous Envy roster, before losing to AR and Mindfreak. I expect Team Caliber and Prophecy to advance. Even though this Prophecy team hasn't had much practice, they have a lot of talent, and I expect them to progress. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there for this video. I'm going to upload the second part tomorrow, the bracket play and my predictions. So hopefully you agree with this. If you don't, then please feel free to leave a comment below. Please comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are trying to grow into a bigger channel, of course, help promote Call of Duty Esports. Our Twitter will be put below, so please follow us on that, with all news and updates on Pro Leagues, Roster Mania, anything Call of Duty related, as well as all the tournaments. So, I hope you look forward to the event. I know I am. It's going to be a great event. A lot of good teams, a lot of countries, and I'm really excited to see what the outcome of this event will be. Thanks to Gfinity, and I hope you all enjoy the video, like I said, and I'll see you next time.